Hello everyone and welcome to How to Improve Your Heroes in Heroes of the Storm. My name is Cetalon and I am on a quest. I have recently experienced a huge losing streak when I'm playing ranked mode, and as every other player of this game, I did nothing constructive to change that. I was always trying to put the blame on, well, the other team was just so much better than we were, or what did the team do wrong, what did this specific person do wrong, or this was the wrong pick, and etc, etc, etc. And the problem with that is that it's not constructive. I can't change those factors. What I can't change is my own personal skill rating. So I did some soul searching and I came to the conclusion that out of a current meta of 33 good picks for ranked mode, I can play about 8 characters really well. And the problem is that I always try to get these specific characters because I don't want to get out of my comfort zone when I play ranked. And that's a good thing, not to try to pick a hero that you don't know too well in ranked. But it's not a good idea to have this small a roster of personal preferences. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to improve my skill rating on 20 heroes during this next month. I'm going to pick 5 heroes each week that I'm going to improve on for that entire week. So I'm only going to play those heroes for those 7 days. I'm going to make an initial recording of where is my skill rating at this point, and then I'm going to show a second recording to you guys of where are we now, how far have I come during a week, and then I'm going to leave some comments on how you can improve on this specific hero for yourself. And today is how to improve on Artanis in Heroes of the Storm. And he's a really interesting character because he can make so ridiculous good plays. He's a character that I want to improve on for a long time. So I hope that you will find this enjoyable. Yeah. If you want to see more heroes, then come back tomorrow or the day after that. There might be another video for you there. See you in a minute. Alrighty guys, this is how these videos are going to function. The first video is a recording from last week, where I tried to analyze the gameplay, what is happening, what mistakes am I making, what good things am I making, and then the next video will be a contemporary video where I'm actually playing and commenting at the same time. So we start out by going into each lane. Varian is top, Murky is bot, and then Lucio, Hammer, and myself are going mid. I'll be making a huge mistake by being 2 mounts out of position very early on. Mainly because I haven't checked who the opposing team is. So I have no idea that I'm going to be double ganked by Stealthers. Right now I'm checking up on what went wrong. And what went wrong was that they collected their team of 5 heroes on the middle lane in order to get a gank. And in this specific scenario, we should have stayed back. The future is ours. In this video, I am going for a damage build on Artanis. Not something that I enjoyed a whole lot, but
with honor.
as you might have noticed in the beginning of the video, I asked Varian, well, are you going tank or what are you doing? And he said, yeah, he's going tank. Reveal the way. At this point, I'm just trying to provoke him to see if I can get some damage done to him and just push back into their half of the court. But I can't capitalize at this point. One thing is that that Artanis is not excellent at hunting people down early in the game. He needs some kind of boost. The next thing is that I luckily miss my phase prism because I haven't at this point figured out how this combo with dashing strike and phase prism works. But you want to throw out the phase prism on your way back. Not on your way forward. Because if you hit right there where you're at the climax of your on your run out, then you will change position for a very limited amount of space when you are on your way back and throw it out and hit something. You will switch places from where you were returning to. As you saw with Nova right before. Yeah, so Lucy and I are going top, because maybe we can gank that variant. Here I overestimate the power of the phase prism. And I have nearly no mana at this point. But in this game I had this idea that Artanis was extremely powerful, and he is, but under the right circumstances. For instance, with your phase prism you want someone to capitalize on the switching places, the forced misplacement of the enemy. And as you saw right here, Varian and Lucio began to chase Lucio downwards, where I just swapped places with their Varian. So I have to be certain that my team is following up on my plays. Right there I'm alone. I don't reckon that this was ideal play, because Lucio had to jump in and save me. But we get out of this, so it's all right. But it wasn't the ideal play. The ideal play would have been me going mid to defend the knight. So now I'm going bot in order to minimize the damage that they're doing bot. It doesn't really have the effect that I wanted, because then I just switch in order to kill Li Ming, and we don't do that at all. But it did get the Dragon Knight off the gates, so it had some kind of value to us. Then I'm up again, going mid, because no one is soaking mid. I make my team aware that that the opposing team is level 10. And when we're down a level, we don't want to engage. It's a mistake I often see in quick match, that my teammates, they want to engage all the time and do team fight. We are talent tier down, and that's not the ideal time to pick a fight. but I can get my my marksman stacks pretty easy by just being in the mid lane. It's pretty uncontested. Then I choose to go down or to gank, which is alright, but we're still a level down, and that's... It isn't ideal, it's alright.
Well done.
We get a Lucio pick, so it was alright, but our entire team rotated down in order to do so, and that is less ideal. When you are the underdog, you want to get as much XP as possible before the objectives comes up, and that's not what we were doing here. Now we're still a level down, but technically 2 levels down. And Sergeant Hammer has a very good point that the double stealth against specialists are really a mean combo towards our composition. So that's why our specialists don't get as much XP in as they should have.
That was rather entertaining.
And I'm really just throwing suppression poles around as I think fit. Hunting for Valera didn't do much. I don't think you should use suppression poles in order to stop a Nova. Especially if you can't capitalize on her and kill her, then it's entirely wasted. So that was definitely a misplay on my part. Now we cap on the butt fort. And the Li Ming is panicking a bit. And I'm going in, even though my entire team is going out. So that's a misplay again.
Shall be remembered.
Because I see Varian getting very little health. He gets a lot of he takes a lot of damage in that fight, and I just jump in because now I can use my combo. Which really shouldn't be the way you play this scenario. In general, this game I play way too aggressive. And you can play Artanis aggressively, but you can't play him too aggressively, because he doesn't have any means of real escape. The Blade Dash will always return him to his original position unless you can swap with your prison. But in order for you to do so, you have to have an enemy that's far behind you in order to escape a team fight. And we get picked off one by one down bot, and we're still a level behind. This means that with this objective, we might with this objective we might lose, even though if we got the Dragon Knight, because we were talented down, so we wouldn't be able to capture the same way as we should be.
Enemy slain.
I go back in, and the idea of going in, I was trying to escape Nova for a short amount of time, and but the ideal scenario, I would keep fighting because I want to activate Artanis' trait as much as humanly possible. Now we try to capitalize on the top lane. So it's actually going pretty well because we have got a fort, they don't. But we're not as mindful of the objectives as we should be. Now I'm alone top, and I have a very bad feeling that I might stay there too long. And instead of running from that particular fight,
Rise again and take your revenge.
I'll run from the shrine in order to get out of trouble. Because as I said, I had a very bad feeling that I was overextending, and I was trying to defend something that I couldn't do on my own. Artanis is really strong, but he is strongest with a team that can follow up with damage. And my team has just left me. So that was definitely a misplay. Some tanks can stand their ground. If you play Johanna, for instance, you can really stand your ground for a long time. Or if you play Moradin, you can stand your ground for a long time. Artanis don't have the same options as these kinds of tanks. And I'm not even playing the tank build for Artanis on this. I'm playing the Bruiser build.
It is destined.
So that is a huge misplay from not knowing the character well enough. And we will place and we can get the Li-Ming. But we are now in a 2 versus 4, and I'm dying there.
Shall be remembered.
So what we thought was getting a pick was in reality just a rotation where Li-Ming was ahead of the others.
Glorious.
Hammer gets top fort. So now they are down 2 forts, and we have that advantage. However, we're still down 1 level, and that's something that is a huge problem for this entire game, is that we're always behind on levels. And the other team is a ganking team, so being ahead on levels is a huge advantage for them, because they can capitalize so much harder with that kind of advantages. Moving towards the bottom lane in order to get the shrine there. I go in and try to get the Nova. However, my teammates are not really following up on that. There is the right use of secret support. We want to hit as many auto attackers with it as possible.
Free the dragon. Unleash its power. Well done.
We do get some kills on this and get numbers advantage at this point. However, they are level 20. And they might be able to use that to their advantages in the top lane. You see Li-Ming is moving in top. However, they're not using this the right way, because Lucio is alone against 3 bots, so he can do absolutely nothing.
Keep destroying.
Here
Your fort has fallen.
I am thinking about getting Force of Will. Because I've died a lot, so I'm really in doubt, and I pick Force of Will, even though I'm just not a tank build.
The future is ours.
And Nexus Blades would probably have been the right way to go with in this particular scenario. Because that would allow my the marksmanship that I'm trying to stack up to be more powerful.
Rise again. Take your revenge.
And that was again a misused face prism swap. Because I switched places so that I would take a lot of tower damage. Didn't think that through. And that's another thing about Artanis. Don't swap places with people just to swap places. Swap places because it will give you an advantage. And I thought we could kill that Valera, and obviously we couldn't. Murky is pushing mid. Murky is actually doing a magnificent job in this game. He went for the indefinite March of the Murloc, which I think is really cool. I would probably go for Big Tuna Kahuna myself, but hey, it's not a Murky video, so let's focus back on the Artanis playing. In general, this game shows me that that I had a lot to learn about Artanis. He is really fun to play, but I keep making these small mistakes, using his abilities in the wrong way. Here I use the face from Here I used the prism correctly, trying to move Li Ming out of position so she would be more vulnerable. I'm just waiting to get my blade dash up, and a bit greedy I try to swap without the prism. I should have waited, and now I will die because I'm out of position. Right there. If I had waited with throwing the prism, I would be able to dash forward and swap with Li Ming so that I could actually get her killed. Instead, I messed up the combo by using my my prism too early and get ganked in a 2v1. Fortunately, my team is playing significantly better than I am. And we get capitalized on mid. I do think we lose Varian right there. Yeah. Hammer gets a kill. I actually think it gets 2 kills. Yep. So we get a little trade that's actually very useful. And I put down suppression poles in order to help Murray. In a different scenario, I should maybe try to make the suppression poles go up a bit higher. When you play against stealths, you want to try to predict where would the stealth come from. But I was too busy trying to help Murray get a kill than to think about how could I utilize this ult in a better way. This is a misplay on my behalf because they had a lot of people dead, and Hammer went mid and Murky went bot, so we could actually have pushed a lot harder.
Vanquish.
Again, I'm out of position right here. Shouldn't have been in there to begin with. And it will cost me my life, as far as I remember. Yeah, I'm dying right there.
Dragon Knight and slaughter your enemies. Rise again and take your revenge, hero.
In general, in this game, I was out of position for most of the game. We win the game, but it's definitely not because of me. And a week passes, and we will get to see
Well deserved, heroes.
how much I actually improved during that week. So enjoy the next game, you guys. Alright, we find ourselves on the Tomb of the Spider Queen today. Nice cloud, huh?
I do not need the caller to know what you think of this.
I think that we're going to go with reactive parry, because we have our own team has 2 tanks and their team has 2 tanks. So it would be better for us. It would be better for everyone. Sorry, it's early in the morning and I have to speak English. It would be better for everybody to just even up the scales. Oh, damn it. So close.
This burden is mine. The future is ours. Such a disappointment.
One of the things that if you want to do on Artanis, one thing you have to do is really have to become pro with the face prism swap.
A bold plan.
Because as you can see, I use it week now in order to master this, and I still haven't. Because when you dive in, if you throw it out too early,
Getting a little dicey out here.
if you throw it out too early, the swap will be like, if you follow my cursor, it will only be like this, and the entire idea of throwing it out on your way back is that you can move
They will meet
the enemy heroes a lot further. So what can I say about Artanis that I've learned throughout the week? Well, Artanis is an all-in hero. He doesn't have
stand as one.
the means to just poke in, get out. He has to be all in, and this can be very challenging for especially for my playstyle. There it was. That's the deal. When you can do that, you know that consequently every time you know that you are an excellent attacker.
Keep it up, partner.
But alas, I'm not that efficient as Artanis yet.
Reveal the way. Vanquish.
As I was about to say, he's an all-in kind of character. So if you are alone, you have to play very carefully because you don't have any real means of escape. No. I mean, you can get out. It's not that, but you don't have like Greymane. He can just roll away, or Limane can teleport. If you're really good, you can really good, then if there's an enemy behind you, you can face prison into him in order to escape. But that's not a consequent means of escape.
Vanquish.
I went for a shield surge, so when we are below 25% health, the amount of shields we get are increased by 75%. Now we go for Chrono Surge, because our auto attacks reduce the cooldown of our trait, which is the shields. And Chrono Surge allows us to get 50% bonus attack speed for 5 seconds. So this means that we would, in theory, be able to reduce the cooldown of our trait significantly after hitting with face prison. It's only when it hits, yeah. So it's not just using it, that could be overpowered as hell. That's not where we're going with it.
It is destined.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm going to. I really like Artanis, by the way. During this week, I've really enjoyed playing him. But if I have to be quite honest, I think that he is a hero that takes a long time to master. Oh. Ah, damn it. You see? First of all, that would have been a mistake because I was diving in from here. I'm dead. Alright, we have 3 people who get out of the Purifier Beam, but we only have... Oh, let's see. Auto attack. Auto attack. Auto attack. Auto attack. Auto attack. Alright. We're going for suppression pulse.
The future is ours.
Damn it. I just saved Diablo. Not there.
Our path is clear.
And I got that leaping. So it's not that I'm horrible at Artanis, but I haven't mastered him, and that would be insane to do in a week. But it would also have been really cool. Seconds and we're gonna get it. And we're getting out because this was a bad idea. Really bad idea. Then we're going for face full arc. And by the way, this is a pretty typical tank build. Where I try to get my shields activated as often as possible. So there's no groundbreaking, excitingly new meta style about this. It's pretty standard. We're going top because we are ahead on XP, and I would like to stay that way. What can I say about playing Artanis? The setup with Blade Dash Prison is really satisfying to use. It's when you land it, you just feel like, yeah, I'm best, because there's so many small details you have to be aware of. When you land it, is there any people who can he got confused. Is there any people who can follow up with some damage? Because this combo is not particularly good in itself, but it's really good just to be able to displace people. Yeah, I'm not going to take those tiny murloc dudes. We are for a short amount of time 2 talent tiers ahead. And we're going for Titan Killer.
That will serve me well. I see.
I'm doing it.
Enemy defeated.
Damn it.
Double kill.
A good effort.
Alright, so this is going quite well. I only died 3 times.
Vanquish.
He ain't getting out. I'm almost ready. Yep. Yep. We saved Diablo again. So cool. Yeah, come after me. I'm trying really hard not to swear.
Weavers shall weave a web of death upon your foes. Yes, kill them. Sensational.
I'm getting down mid, because that's what we're pushing. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, I almost died. That was so terrifying.
Double kill.
I'm going back. I think we're winning, but I have so little health left.
There can be
So.
no doubt.
Yeah, we're winning now. So that was Artanis in 30 minutes, or in less than 15 minutes. It was all me, guys. All me.
Victory.
In my scale of
MVP.
rating my skills with this hero from 1 to 10, I would say that when I started I was a 2. Because after Artanis' rework I didn't really know how to play him. And I think that now I've moved up to a 5. However, for me to be secure about playing him in rank, I will need to be at least a 7 with him. I'm still doing some mistakes, as you can see, positioning poorly when I want to blade dash face prison, and getting in too deep, overestimating my power, and that's some of the biggest mistakes you can do with Artanis. So 3 pointers to improve on your Artanis game. Learn the combo, when to use it and what to use, when not to use it. Because the combo is cool to land, but it might not be as beneficial if there's no damage to follow up on it. And it might not be as beneficial if you die by swapping places. Try not to overextend too much. Don't overestimate the power of Artanis. He can be a very decent tank, but he is by no means a tank that can get out on his own by with no problems. He has a lot of mobility, but which brings him back or further into the enemy lines. And the third one, you might be able to use, you think this might be redundant, but I think that the build that I went with is the easiest way to learn Artanis. Because it gives you a lot of survivability. I have tried the DPS build, and it didn't suit me at all. I think there's a long way up to that full marksman ship talent, and I just really think that having that parry, those blocks in level 1 really do a lot of good things for you. So the build that I went with was reactive parry, shield surge, chrono surge, suppression pulse, phase bulwark, titan killer. You could also go for a in level 16 you can go for psionic wounds, which lowers the armor of the people who are hit with the last strike of his what's it called, twin blades. For the last talent, I would go for force of will, which increases the cooldown reduction from basic attack to 6 seconds. The cooldown reduction is by 4 seconds normally. So this means that you have to hit an enemy 6 times in order to reset your cooldown. When you have that level 20 talent, you only have to hit it 4 times. This strikes the enemies twice. So 2 basic attacks and twin blades will reset the cooldown. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, or leave a comment. And I will see you guys tomorrow.